All right, fellas, that's it. This is it, man. It's time to stop smelling average. All right, it's time to take your fragrance game to the next level. And if you need some assistance with that, relax. I got you. We'll talk about it today, man. Some fragrances to help you to stop smelling average. Let's take our fragrance game to the next level. It's time to take off. What's going on, guys? My name is Darren. I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. We talk about fashion on this channel and we talk about fragrance as well. So if you're into fashion and fragrance, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell icon to make sure that you get notified anytime I upload new content on the channel. So guys, I'm gonna be talking about some fragrances that are a little bit unique, man. They have a familiarity to them, but they have a unique twist to them. So again, when I say not smelling average, when you can smell a little bit unique, I think that is something that will help you to kind of elevate your game. Take your fragrance game to the next level, man. And I'm the right guy for the job. So we're going to be getting into that today. I have some fragrances here that I want to talk to you guys about. The great thing about it, they're not talked about a lot. And that's something else that's going to help you stand out and take it to the next level. You don't want to be walking around all the time smelling like everybody else. And these fragrances will help you accomplish that task. So I got you, man. You want to see what I got on the list today, you know the routine. Keep it locked right here. Let's get it. It's time to stop playing games. To the next level we go.
The Bowtie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we are back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's jump right into this video. Now, this first fragrance, man, you guys are going to enjoy this one. This fragrance is from a brand called Goldfield & Banks. And I haven't really talked about that brand a lot on the channel, but I'm definitely interested in exploring more fragrances from the brand based on this fragrance. The fragrance that I have is called Bohemian Line. Bohemian Line, again, this is from the house of Goldfield and Banks. Man, this is a nice citrusy fragrance that's going to help you take your game to the next level. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Lemon, well, there's not really lemon, there's more lime. So I would say lime in this bergamot, not lemon. A lime bergamot opening to this fragrance is going to give you that nice familiarity of a fragrance that you would probably, of course, find that you would be accustomed to wearing in the high heat, the summertime. This is perfect for that. But where does this thing really start to stand out and help you elevate your game? There's a really nice earthy vetiver in here, so it's really masculine. And that is in combination with a spicy coriander. This is a very spicy, masculine citrus fragrance, and that lime note lingers for the duration of the time that you're wearing this fragrance. And not to mention the fact that this is a citrus fragrance that is going to last. I get great performance out of this, and that's something else that really helps to separate this fragrance from your typical citrusy fragrance that you're probably accustomed to putting on your skin. So that's why I recommend this fragrance, and that's why I recommend it to you as well. Now guys, I got this fragrance from So Avant-Garde, so I want to make sure I link it down below. If you want to check this fragrance out, I'm gonna make sure I link it down below where you actually can get save up to 20% off of this fragrance, man. Again, so I'm gonna make sure I link it down below. Head over to So Avant-Garde and make sure you get your nose on Bohemian Line from the house of Goldfield & Banks. All right, guys, before I go to the next fragrance, and speaking of taking your fragrance game to the next level, I want to be talking about this for the next 2 weeks because on the 29th of April, this month, April 29th, I've teamed up with one of the best in the style space game, man, none other than Mr. Jose Zuniga from Teaching Men's Fashion, and they brought me in as a creative director to work on this next launch of products. We're gonna have a fragrance, we're gonna have a body spray, we're gonna have a solid fragrance, and I can't wait to get them in hand so I can show you guys what we've been working on. But like I said, guys, it's gonna be a small, limited quantity, very small, very, very small, limited quantity. So on the day it drops, you gotta be on it. So I want you guys to go to the link down below and make sure you sign up for the mailing list, because you're also going to have a chance to enter in a drawing to win a free prize. Well, free prizes. the 2 last releases from their brand Santa Lucia, as well as one of their fragrances from the Dark Collection, which again, all 3 of those fragrances really were phenomenal fragrances. You'll have a chance to win that as well. And plus, you're going to be able to get notified and get reminders about the upcoming launch on April 29th. Guys, Jose has over 6 million followers, okay? Over 6 million. So I'm not only talking to you guys about it, he's talking to his subscribers about it as well. As a matter of fact, I want you guys to hear Mr. Zuniga talk about this launch as well. So just listen to this dude.
So for April, we're working with Bowtie Fragrance Reviews. The guy's a gangster, bro. Like if you've seen his YouTube, like his palette and taste and notes, amazing. So we've come up with a new fragrance and it's gonna be a set. So it'll have a solid cologne. That way you have something that you can carry and reapply throughout the day. It'll come with a body lotion too, because I've talked about that before. You as a man, you wanna hydrate your skin before you apply your fragrance so it lasts long. Like it'll be a complete set. And every month, it'll be a different scent. And they're also limited. Like this is where it gets me excited. I'm making them extremely limited on purpose because I don't want other people to smell the same. I want it for the select few men that want to level up, that really want to smell sexy. That's who I want to wear this fragrance. And listen, if you're a subscriber already, a fragrance subscriber of Santa Lucia, you get first dibs. You get first dibs before pro members, before the launch, so you're good, which is why I want you to subscribe. I want you to subscribe so bad, I'm gonna give you an amazing offer. That way you do not miss, I don't want you to miss out on this, especially if you're one of those dudes that wanna smell great. I want you to click the link down below. If you subscribe today, you're gonna get our dark collection of fragrance, and I'm gonna leave it at 50% off, bro. Absolute steal, and guess what? You know what? I'm gonna leave you grandfathered in of that price for the rest of the year. Like, I'm not doing this ever again, bro. I'm also gonna give you a car diffuser. Our car diffuser is 90 bucks. I'm gonna give it for free. You know what? I'm gonna add our day fragrance too. Our new day fragrance, I'm gonna add that for free as well. So you're basically getting 4 fragrances, an absolute steal just by subscribing today. And not only that, you're first in line to get the new one to make sure it doesn't sell out. Bro, that is the offer of a lifetime. If you don't pick it up, I don't even know, man. Click that link down below.
Told you. So as you guys can see, when it launches on the 29th, if you don't get it, then it's going to be gone. Okay? So guys, make sure you sign up at the link down below. Just go to the website, put your email address in, and make sure you sign up. It's that simple, man. Support. I love when people support me and what I do, man. That's the one thing that makes me feel the best about what I am doing. Support what I'm doing, man. It makes me feel amazing to know that I have you guys' support. So go over and sign up, enter a chance to win the free products, and most importantly, get notified of the upcoming launch so you don't miss out. All right, guys, now this next fragrance is one from the brand of Narcotica, and this is the initial release from the brand Narcotica, and it is called the namesake of the brand, Narcotica. And guys, this is an amazing cannabis-based fragrance. Now, when I think of cannabis-based fragrances, I think of Cannabis Blue from Fragrance Du Bois. And of course, the first fragrance that I think about is Black Afghano from the house of Nasamato. Now, so when I think about those kind of fragrances that really feature the note of cannabis, like I said, those 2 fragrances come to my mind. And what I love about this cannabis-based fragrance is it is very unique because this gives a nice sugary, creamy sweetness to that kind of DNA. And man, it really makes this fragrance stand out. So again, imagine maybe a Black Afghano with some sugary, creamy sweetness, because it has a sugar accord in here as well as sandalwood. Man, they knocked it out of the park with that fragrance. And again, not to mention the fact that it's an extrait de parfum. So like the other 2 fragrances from this brand, it performs all day long. So check this one out. This one is called Narcotica. All right, guys. Now this next fragrance comes from a house by the name of 4160 Tuesdays. And I know you're going to be able to stand out with this one because not a lot of people actually talk about fragrances from this brand. And this particular fragrance is called Captured by Candlelight. Captured by Candlelight. And I really like this one because this is like the perfect date night fragrance, man. So if you want to elevate your game, your fragrance game, take it to the next level on a date night, get this one right here in your collection, man. This has toffee. It has like this oak barrel accord in here as well. It has some cinnamon, some cognac. Again, the perfect date night elixir. And again, it's from the house of 4160 Tuesdays, man. So elevate your date night game fragrance with this and get this in your collection, man. This is called Captured by Candlelight. All right, guys. Now, the next fragrance that I feel like you can get to take your fragrance game to the next level is a fragrance from the house of Bodicita Victorious, and this one is called Consort. This is Consort. Now, why I chose this fragrance right here is because in a world where we've seen so many Aventus type fragrances, yes, this kind of falls into that category, but this is like taking Aventus and Hachivat and putting it in together in one fragrance. Yep, that is this fragrance right here, Consort from Bohemian Victorious. Now, instead of using that pineapple, this one uses a combination of bergamot and lime in the top to give you that nice, fresh, citrusy opening, but it has a little bit more of a tangy zing to it using that note of lime. And when it dries down, guys, you're gonna get some heat on in here as well as some vetiver. So again, it kind of smells like Aventus, kind of smells like Hachivat, but again, put them together and you get this fragrance right here. So check this one out from the house of Bohemian Victorious. This is Consort. All right, now guys, listen, if you love fresh fragrances and you're not a guy that's afraid to wear florals, let me say that, then you need to get this next fragrance in your collection, man. It is from the house of the Harmonist, and this is called Yin Transformation. Yin Transformation, yes, from the house of the Harmonist. This thing is just next level good. What I love about the fragrance is how they utilize the floral notes in the heart of the fragrance. You have some orchid, some freesia, some ylang-ylang, rose, but they give you a nice kind of sweet, creamy dry down by using benzoin and sandalwood. One of those fragrances you just got to check out. There's not going to be a lot of guys rocking this fragrance right here, so get it in your collection. Smell different, elevate your game with this fragrance from the house of the Harmonist. This is called Yin Transformation. All right, guys, now speaking of taking your fragrance game to the next level, this is another fragrance that I haven't heard anybody else talk about. Listen, smell different, take your game to the next level. This fragrance comes from the house of Atelier Materi, and this fragrance is called Cacao Porcelona. Cacao Porcelona. Now, at the heart of this fragrance, this is a cacao-based fragrance, so it has a kind of chocolatey feel to the fragrance when you put it on your skin. So you're definitely going to get that up, but there's a slight booziness to it. You're also going to get some immortelle in here, and when it dries down, some sandalwood and tonka bean. Again, take your game to the next level. Smell unique. Wear a fragrance from a house, from a brand that a lot of people aren't rocking. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of great chocolate fragrances out there on the market, but this one is really smooth, man. So one I recommend from the house of Atelier Materi. This is Cacao Porcelona. All right, guys. Now the next fragrance that I want to recommend to you guys comes from the house of Fragrance du Bois, and this is Oud Noir Intense. Oud Noir Intense. Now, why I chose this fragrance is because one of my favorite fragrances, which is Oud Wood from Tom Ford, is a very popular fragrance, all right? But this is kind of going to give you that oud wood kind of feel, but it's going to give you some additional depth and a little bit of a kind of dark, spicy twist. One of the things, two of the notes I would say that's featured in this that really kind of takes that oud wood DNA and takes it to the next level. You're going to get some cardamom in the opening, and when it dries down, you get kind of this earthy patchouli in this fragrance. But again, it smells absolutely fantastic. So this is another one that I want to recommend to you guys from the house of Fragrance du Bois. Check this one out, guys. This is called Oud Noir Intense. All right, guys. Now the next fragrance on the list today, guys, this one comes from the house of Royal Crown. This is called Tabac Royale. Tabac Royale. Now this is one of the sexiest fragrances I have in my collection. There's something in here that really gives me that comes off as smelling like honey, although honey is not listed as a note, but I definitely pick up like almost like that honey you get in Back to Black from By Killian. I get pick up those kind of nuances in this fragrance, but this fragrance, as the name indicates, is all about tobacco. So this is a really sexy tobacco scent. Again, not a fragrance that you're going to see a lot of people talking about. I don't think it's just because of the price point. To me, Royal Crown, this whole brand is not as popular as some other niche fragrance brands, but guys, I'm telling you, if you're looking for something really unique, this is one you need to check out. There's tobacco at every level in this fragrance, the opening, mid, as well as the dry down. You're gonna get a great dose of tobacco in this. You get some cloves, cinnamon, tonka bean, sandalwood. This is a great fragrance. So check this one out from the house of Royal Crown. Again, this is called Tabac Royale. All right, now the next fragrance up on the list, guys, is a fragrance that comes from the brand of Unique Luxury, and this is called Istanbul. Istanbul. Now, check out the color of that juice, man. It's starting to really get a nice, darker hue to it as it has kind of macerated over the course of time. But this fragrance does smell a little bit like, well, it does smell a lot like Love Don't Be Shy from By Killian, which was really popular a few years ago because it was discovered that it was the signature scent of one Rihanna. Okay, so this does kind of put you in the mindset of Love Don't Be Shy, but I think it does. This has a little bit more of a masculine twist to it, and that's what I really love about it. Now, if you look at the note breakdown, it is arrived in a totally different manner than Love Don't Be Shy. You have some grapes in here. You have a nice tea and lemon accord in the opening as well. And so when it dries down, you get more of a toffee-like sweetness instead of more vanillic kind of sweetness. So again, it does it differently, but kind of comes out the same way. But it is something that's really unique that not a lot of dudes are rocking. So try this one out, guys. If you have a little bit of a sweet tooth, I think this will, suffice for you. This is from the house of Unique Luxury. Again, this is called Istanbul. All right, guys, and last but not least on the list today, this fragrance is from the house of Royale Parfums. This is just Apex Parfum. Apex Parfum. And this is just kind of a modern day twist on a nice Chypre or more of a Fougere type fragrance. Again, I really love it. Of course, you guys know how Rosie gets down. There is a laundry list of notes in this, again, about as long as an encyclopedia, so we won't get into that. But just know, modern day, if you want to get dressed up like a boss, smell different and unique, this is one that I highly recommend, because not only does it smell amazing, but it lasts all freaking day on my skin. So check it out from the house of Royale Parfums. This is Apex Parfum. But that is it, guys. That is my time, man. I hope you enjoyed the list today. As always, I sincerely appreciate you guys' time and attention to these videos. I know you don't have to watch, but you do. And from the bottom of my heart, I sincerely appreciate that. And don't forget to make sure you take a few moments to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you're sharing these videos out to some other folks out there that you think could use this information or find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darren. I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.